the second server down there at the Navy Yard. And I don't know why the second server. Why go after the second server? Some people say, oh, the second server is just the DNC. That was just for the MIS department. That could be, but again, knowing the schedule of the ships, knowing the schedule of when they get to port and when they're flying and so forth, and then this constant thing with the Fort Belvoir thing with the drug contracts is a bad combination. And so now this may be a little bit speculative. I'm not saying this isn't working theory and speculative. Yes, it is. But there's a lot of trouble people are going to a lot of trouble with these burglaries, okay? Andre Taggart may not have been targeted, but this is the forehead of his wife, Tanae. She may be targeted in this situation. She may be targeted in this situation. Now, let's just say, I think that the reason why Navy intelligence is involved in the purchase of the drugs for worldwide, supplied out of Fort Belvoir, is because it's very sensitive. It's extremely sensitive. You could be double dosing someone to cause an overdose. You could be underdosing someone. And I believe, I'm going to just say it straight out, I believe the Taggarts were targeted. I believe they were brought to this home deliberately and deliberately targeted because of Tanae's position at Bethesda Naval Hospital and Walter Reed Army Hospital. Because I believe they make the decisions for all, I think, I'm going to say worldwide, but that may not be true. That may not be where all the worldwide decisions are made, but I believe that's where they're made, and I believe they're fulfilled out of Fort Belvoir. And I believe Andre was at Fort Belvoir. And I believe Tanae was at Fort Belvoir for a time. So I'm not trying to out anybody here. I'm trying to warn people that during their time that they were at where they were at, they may have been targeted. Laurel may have been targeted. I don't believe she's in, I don't believe she's in accounts receivable management. She might be now, but I believe she is Laurel Hendricks Everly. I believe she's a compliance officer, or has been a compliance officer, or a contract compliance officer at Fort Belvoir, and I believe she was targeted. Now, she may or may not. This may be all speculation, but I just see this repeating pattern of the people at these houses being involved in shipping drugs for the Army and Navy, and by extension the Marines. She may not even be involved in that anymore, but I believe at the time that she was targeted, she was involved in those contracts. I have reason to believe. I could be way off. This could be speculation, but I just feel like these drugs for Army, Navy, and by extension the Marines the shipments are being targeted. They're being intercepted at some point along the cruise. At some point. I believe this is also happening at NATO. So this isn't just the U.S. Armed Forces, this is NATO as well. And there's a lot of stuff I haven't brought forward about NATO yet. But if someone, I know Jason has a good relationship, I know there's a lot of intelligence professionals that Jason's working with. If you can just get this message to her, and this is why it's so important for her to do a long video interview, because there's going to be clues there and things that happened to her that she may not even know what happened. She may not even know how she was being compromised. There's all sorts of different ways of compromising someone, and unless you're an intelligence professional, you're not going to know. Okay? It's not like Soraya Begum, okay, the reason why I keep going to that place in Silver Springs, I should put up the thing in Silver Springs. I won't try to contact Laurel, but somebody please get her the message. This is why it's so important for her to do a video interview, because I believe she had contracts on her computer.